this NFC wildcard game. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. They'll start with the option. The first carry for the shifty Tariq Cohen. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field of the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
On second down now, it's Cohen, and he'll be brought down right around the 37. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
Now Trubisky on first down. And he fires one that's intercepted. It's Shaq Thompson here with a pick. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. Nobody ever wants the interception on the opening drive to happen, but when it happens in the playoffs, it feels like it's a bigger deal. What a rough start.
And how about these visitors? The defense just went right on the field and seized momentum. You know, almost like they're saying, okay, no one expects us to win this one. Let's go ahead and give them a shock early. Took the ball from the home team and put them in the hole.
Because this crowd, one of the best in the league, especially this time of year, it's going to be tough to take them out of it, but that's a heck of a start.
36-yard line. It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Now Kaepernick throwing on second down. And going. And this is caught. Touchdown, Carolina. Tyreek Hill.
Touchdown.
36 yards. And the Panthers are going to take a first quarter lead. Things could just not have started any better for them. They get the turnover, the football right away, able to capitalize on offense for 6.
And we're talking about setting a tone in any game, right? The first points of a ball game. How about during the playoffs? Vitally important, and they've done that in this one.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 to score as they start 1st and 10. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4. And the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete. Allen Robinson, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep, try and throw some air under it, and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
Now Trubisky on 3rd and long. They're firing a deep ball for Kmet. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Every offense tells you they want to come out and start fast. That's not unusual at all. But this group, they've yet to get much rolling through their first 2 drives. It looks like they're going to have to give up the football again after this one.
This is fielded at the 27. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. A nice job getting free on the return for 13 yards. And the Panthers will take over now 1st and 10. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. Would be ideal.
A good pickup there, 26 yards. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 34. On play action, it's Kaepernick. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. They need to get this to the 24 on 3rd down. They fake the give. Now Kaepernick brings up 4th down. Solid coverage by the Bears D.
They went with the dive look that time on defense. Just flooded the field with defensive backs. Blanketed everyone. Took away all the passing angles. Thus, the incompletion.
A 50-yard attempt.
And he put enough leg into it, but it's well off to the right and no good. And this score will stay right where it is. These playoff games have a tendency to be tight. You have to wonder if that missed field goal could haunt him later.
Yeah, we're always looking for the key plays, right? The ones that we're going to magnify. Usually those happen in the second half or later in the game. This might be the key play of the game showing up here in the first half.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 6.
From the shotgun is Trubisky. He rifles one that's intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
Yeah, this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. And going deep for Hill. He's got it for a Panther touchdown. Tyreek Hill with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Panthers add on to their lead. Still first quarter, 2 receiving touchdowns for him. How are they going to slow him down?
I think they're thinking about altering their game plan. Whatever they came in with, now maybe you switch a better cover guy to him. Or you make sure you have more people in his general area wherever he lines up to at least try and discourage them from throwing the ball to him.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That's fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They've got to be a little shell-shocked. Down double digits at home in the playoffs. Still in the first half. They've got to turn things around quickly. And they'll begin by running the option. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Escaping the pressure right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Big stop, D. Alert, 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 alert.
On 3rd down, Trubisky. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack.
We said it before the game, and I think it's still apparent. If these guys are going to advance in these playoffs, they're going to have to wreak some havoc coming off the edge.
Yeah, wild card round. They told us the wild card could be that defensive pressure. They showed it there. O'Donnell, he's on to punt as he gets this one away. They'll look to set up his blockers. A good return there, 17 yards. And that will come the offense as they take over. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They've got things going their way early. 14-0 lead and the football. 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Trying to get it that time to Stills, but it'll be 2nd down.
Coverage on the play by Kyle Fuller.
Working from the gun, it's Kaepernick. Gets this to his running back. It's Christian McCaffrey. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a 3rd down.
Now Cap, he's going to look to run. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage.
The tackle made back at his own 49.
Here we go on 4th down with Kaepernick. Going to Stills, but this is intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. It had been a near-perfect beginning to this football game. Already a double-digit lead first quarter, but their first misstep.
And you know how it is, partner. Sometimes when everything's going right, you start to feel like you can do just about anything you want on the field. This one didn't work out. If I were him, I'd go to my defensive captain and say, pick me up, my man. Help me out.
10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down.
47-yard line. That's the end of the first quarter, with the score Panthers 14, Bears nothing.
On first down, Patterson, and taking it across midfield and inside the 45. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
First down, a run with Cohen. Not much there, maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost getting into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole. Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield, go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
If they want a first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on 3rd down. Strong coverage by Carolina, and on we go to 4th down.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
A 57-yard.
And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted. But I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yeah.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. The run there on first down, going to get him 5 up to the 30. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Brought him down. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 30-yard line.
Running with the fullback, Alex Arma. And he'll be brought down right around the 37.
Back up the middle.
Brandon, you know how we talk about having wrinkles in a game plan? That was a fold right there. How about that play? Being able to change things up. You think anyone else on the team's going to get the ball? And in that situation, they surprise everyone and give it to their big guy.
Forced out to his left. Looking for Thomas, but that's intercepted. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. He got out of the pocket there, was wondering what he was going to do with it, but I think he was calling, his receiver was calling for the ball, wasn't he?
He certainly was. The problem, he called for it too late, and when he delivered, they were all over him in the secondary.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. It's Shaq Thompson here with a pick. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. So that is 3 interceptions now in this first half, and you hate to ask the question, but let's be honest, we're thinking about it. Do you need to go in a different direction next series?
Potentially. We know that he's probably not going to be on the Pro Bowl ballot. That's not really his stature here, but he has been their starting quarterback for this game. So they've got to weigh things about who's behind him. Do they think he can snap it back into gear? Maybe change up the play calling to help him out a little bit.
Kenny Stills, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd and short.
Thus far, they have been able to move the line of scrimmage very well in the running game. Almost felt like they said in the huddle, can you guys pass protect? Let's take a big shot downfield. Didn't get it on that one, but they may come back to it again.
And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line. Found his target. It's Anderson. Touchdown, Carolina.
Robbie
Anderson.
Carolina.
37 yards. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. And he puts it through.
Good. Makes the score Panthers 21, Bears 3.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. On the return, here's the dangerous Cordero Patterson. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. And this will be a Bears first down as he'll take this up to about the 33-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. They'll roll him out right. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
The scoreboard tells the story for him, a little bit bleak, and while it's not quite desperation time yet, it's definitely getting close, but the defense reads the scoreboard as well. They're going to back up and make them really earn it.
2nd and 10. It's Trubisky again. And the hook up here to Allen Robinson. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 42. A good pickup there, 26 yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And he's taken down inside the 30. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down. 2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs.
1st and 10 at the 29.
A reminder coming up at the half, as we've done all year. We'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown on what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin on the road to Super Bowl 53 in Atlanta. A running play here on first down is going to go nowhere as he is tackled behind the line of scrimmage.
And that was a safety that came through and made the play, but there's no doubt in my mind he hits like a linebacker, and we see a lot of that in today's NFL, don't we?
And that time we do indeed. A big hit for a loss. And this is caught at the 8. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3.
1st and goal at the 3-yard line.
Try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. They'll run for it with Tariq Cohen. And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. Trubisky going to take it on the sneak. Yeah, boy, a good surge defensively. It'll depend on the mark, but I'm not sure he got there. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. No move to take the offense on the field. They're going to stay out there and go for it on 4th and goal. They run. This is Cohen. And I don't think he got in. He didn't. He's stoned at the 1-yard line. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And the Panthers defense able to deliver the goal line stand. On 1st and 10, here's Kaepernick. He'll get this underneath to McCaffrey. And he'll take this one up to about the 6-yard line. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Shotgun snap now for Kaepernick. Man open, that's Damian Ratley. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. A final shot before half for Kaepernick. And he's got it complete to Anderson. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. So we come upon halftime here in this NFC wildcard matchup. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, one of these two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout. A very interesting call and one that backfires. I know they're losing, Charles, but boy, to start the second half with the onside kick, risky.
Felt like a sense of urgency from their side, coupled with, you and I both know the special teams coordinators. They sell their key plays each and every week to the head coach, don't they? And I'll guarantee he's been selling this one. We can get it, coach, we can get it. And that came together with that sense of urgency you talked about.
At the Bears' 49-yard line.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Buster Screen. Past the 20. And they will score a pick 6 for a Bears touchdown.
I think this is where you have to have the term situational football in your head, because this game is pretty much in the palm of your hand, and the one thing you can't afford to do, turn the ball over. Now you've given the patient a little bit of a heartbeat, haven't you? And now they're feeling it, and they're back in this game.
Yeah, still a little bit of a lead, but that makes things more interesting. We're still just in the 3rd quarter here.
Bears 11.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Their own 25-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Buster Screen. And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line. Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of...
And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Bears use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Well, this offense only mustered 3 points in the first half on that field goal. They picked up the pace now. 2 third-quarter touchdowns.
Hey, you remember that appearance we had last week in front of that crowd, and they asked about halftime adjustments and all that was going on, and remember what I said. It's not always an adjustment at halftime. Sometimes just remembering the game plan and playing better, tuning it up and just working through it methodically. They got it done in this case.
Of course, I'll always remember that appearance because I had on a brown belt with black shoes, and you pointed that out in front of the crowd. So thanks for that.
I said that out loud?
You did.
Ah, my bad.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Again, they run against McCaffrey, and this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
He's tackled at the 34-yard line. It's a gain of 2 yards, and it's 3rd down.
And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they're able to convert, albeit not by much, on 3rd and a yard.
On 3rd and 1, it seems natural to just turn and hand it to the biggest guy you have in the backfield. But usually, he's not the primary runner. So for the defense, they're often keying on the running back because he's the guy who gets the ball more often, and the fullback is the blocker. When he ends up carrying the football, that's a heck of a tendency breaker, and now you're just trying to jump on his back and hold on.
Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games, and we're seeing a pretty good one right now. Hotly contested in the 3rd quarter. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Khalil Mack able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time. Now whistles. Flag down, and I believe one of the Panthers got moving early. So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now. 3rd and long. Now a play fake. Kaepernick eluding the pressure right. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Khalil Mack picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long, why are you calling play action?
Because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking. But to me, it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and that leads to a play-action sack. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And it'll be a short field for the Bears as they take over 1st and 10. They'll run on 1st down. Cohen. Trey Boston up to make the tackle.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
And he gets it down to the 32. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
On first down, it's Cohen. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Throwing the out route and complete. That's Robinson. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
10 at the 16-yard line.
A shotgun handoff to Patterson. Able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13.
The ball carrier.
If you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
They'll run on 2nd down with Cohen. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
One quarter remains in this NFC Wild Card matchup. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line.
Well, Brennan, we always know that once you score one touchdown, you're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got one, but was denied as he tried to get the second one.
On 2nd down, It's Cohen. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1. This is a big play in this wild card matchup, facing 3rd and goal. Trying to run for it with Cohen. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there.
Interesting decision here because I think you've got to kick it and tie this game. If it's the second quarter, maybe then you go for it. But here in the fourth, you can't come away with nothing.
Well, you talk about clutch. That one was right down Broadway, and this game's all even here in the fourth.
Yeah, didn't leave any doubt, did he? Good snap, good hold, dead center. Almost like a big-time golfer in a major, firing at a pin from the fairway, trying to win the tournament going down the stretch.
And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
23-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And it's all on the line now, all even in this wild card matchup. Maybe their most important drive of the season coming up right now here, 1st and 10. In on the stop, the former Georgia Bulldog, Roquan Smith. And now whistles here and a flag down. Looked like someone got going a little early. So after the penalty, heading in the wrong direction, 2nd and 15. Play action. Now Kaepernick. Open man is Hill. He's got it. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down.
1st down, Carolina.
Here's a throw out wide to Anderson. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. 12 more yards there and another 1st down.
1st down.
Throwing now is Kaepernick. Flush to his right. And going deep for Hill. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
1st and 10 at their own.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And the question, can they turn that interception into points? A tie game for the moment in the 4th quarter. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3. At the 27-yard line.
Patterson on the carry. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the 1st down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Out of the gun, running with Cohen. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
56, Mike, 56.
Now they'll throw it with Trubisky. He gets it over the middle to Cobb. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a 1st down. Getting down to the good stuff, all tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. A couple of 1st downs has the football positioned at the 43 as they come up 1st and 10. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. Now it's Trubisky. That's complete to Mooney. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. Trubisky to throw. He goes full extension, and he's got it. They do get 12, but they'll be marked short. And that leads to a 4th down.
Brings up 4th down.
They'll try and pick it up with Cohen. And able to pick up the first across midfield to the 47. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down.
10 at the 47-yard line.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. This is Cohen. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line.
He was brought down.
Darren Lee there to get him down. They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock.
I'm worried about the clock, and at some point, you have to have a splash play in there as well.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense. Mike 56, Mike 56.
Here's Trubisky. And he'll complete this one to Patterson. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game.
That was impressive to me because while it was a pass play, they still rallied to the football like they were filling running lanes, and they were able to put the receiver on the ground.
Alert 3. He's crossing. Ran. Check.
Patterson on the draw play. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he's on to punt for Chicago. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They'd like to avoid overtime here, so maybe they can work the sidelines, but then defensively, how do they adjust to that if they do work the sideline?
It's the old leverage game, and we usually talk about leverage at the line of scrimmage, right? Who's going to win with the low blocking and everything that goes along with that. But in this case, you're trying as a defender to leverage them towards the middle of the field, not let them get to the sidelines and try and tackle them inbounds in order to run the clock out.
Chess match here late. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. On play action, it's Kaepernick. Into the hands of his receiver, Anderson. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. So the line of scrimmage all the way up to midfield now as they've got it 1st and 10. From midfield, here's Kaepernick. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. And we need overtime to decide this one after 4 quarters of play. Overtime in a playoff game, awesome setup. Remember, the rules the same as they would be in the regular season.
That's exactly right, Brandon. Remember, the receiving team, if they score a touchdown, game is over. But if they kick a field goal or don't score, the other team gets a chance to get the football. They get a possession. If they go down and score, they win the football game at that point. If both teams kick field goals, we keep playing. If a defense scores, let's say the receiving team gets the ball, doesn't score, or they throw a pick six or fumble, gets picked up, the defense scores, game over. But here's the best part. In the regular season, only 1 period is played. We could call it a tie. Here, we're going to play until we have a winner.
Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
At the 37-yard line.
Now a shotgun handoff to Cohen. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
The ball carrier.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They try again with Cohen. And he gets Gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 11 yards there, first down.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
First down, a run with Cohen. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. He was to give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle, feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
And he's going to get this pretty close to a first down. Stopped at the Panthers' 42. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming.
3rd and 1.
Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense.
18.
Trubisky gives to Cohen. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
At the 37-yard line.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down for the Bears.
Just a simple tap pass, but it pays off in a big way.
And sometimes the simple stuff causes the most problems for a defense because there's a breakdown in communication there. When that receiver goes behind the line of scrimmage and it looks like he's going in motion, someone either has to go with him or he has to be passed off to another defender. Somehow they didn't get that communicated well, and it turned into a nice play.
They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. And I know you, with every carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying, if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settling because you're trying to get to the end zone. You're trying to end the game right here. And I know the defensive guys poking, clawing, raking, trying to knock the ball free and protect their end zone.
Yeah, like you alluded to, especially this part of the field. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
He's coming.
Draw play here. Trubisky gives to Cohen. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15. They've had some success here in overtime of this opening drive running the football. Right back to that well.
And why not? When you have that kind of success, make them stop you. And until they do, keep going back to that well you just spoke about. I think there's more water there available to them.
And they're able to corral them right around the 8, and that's short of the first down. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. So we'll take a break with them and be right back.
A 25-yard attempt.
Santos' kick is up and through, and it's 3-0. The Bears hit the scoreboard first. They're able to put 3 on the board here in the opening drive of OT, and now up to their defense to try and see if they can hold this one.
I like how you framed it up because obviously this game is not over, right? They go down and kick a field goal, then we head to sudden death. But if the defense can hold, take the ball away, turn it over on downs, this game's over.
27-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. The field goal would push it to sudden death. We just saw the field goal on the other end, but I don't think they are thinking field goal. At least not to start this drive, they're not thinking field goal.
Not at all, because your point is well taken. Yeah, kick the field goal, you push it to sudden death, but you're also kicking off and giving the other team the ball with a chance to kick a field goal and beat you. Get the touchdown, finish the game off. That has to be the mindset.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Kaepernick. Got an open man, it's Ratley. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout. That's their second and last timeout here in the overtime session. We'll be back. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They fake the give. Now Kaepernick. Buying time to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. They said beginning of the season they wanted to get past the wild card round. Well, they just got past the wild card round.
How about that, being able to put the big check marks up in the locker room, right? Get to the wild card game. Check. Got that done. Win a wild card game. Big check. Now you've got to go ahead and set your sights higher. There is a bigger prize out there, and they still have an opportunity.
So that'll do it. For my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry, I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say so long from Soldier Field.